Good evening and welcome to the August 4th, 2025 Valley View School District Board meeting. I hereby call this regular meeting of the Valley View School Board to order. Please silence your cell phone. Member Badouris, would you please lead us in the pledge? Member Pickens, would you please read the affirmation of the Board of Education mission statement?
Thank you. Our mission is to empower every learner to be college, career, and life ready, and to develop, grow, and achieve as a productive citizen.
And we'll take a moment of silence. We did have one of our 8th graders who had graduated from A. Vito Martinez, Langston Pridden, was actually going to be a freshman at RHS. He did drown as a Christian camp in Wisconsin. So if we would take this time to have a moment of silence for him, the family, and the Valley View community. Thank you. Dr. Woods, the agenda, please.
Yes, thank you, Vice President Campbell. We are seeking the board's approval of the agenda as presented.
I'll move.
Okay, it's been motioned and second. Is there any discussions or questions? Seeing none and hearing none, could I have a roll call vote, please?
Member Badouris?
Yes.
Member Pipkin?
Yes.
Member Heil?
Yes.
Secretary Sutherland?
Yes.
President Pro Tem Campbell?
Yes. Motion carries. Okay, student and staff recognition, Dr. Wood.
Yes, tonight's spotlight video is Jacob Kabaki, technology technician in the technology department. Our IT staff and VVSD serve a critical or are a critical component in enhancing the quality of the interaction between the students and the teachers in the classroom. And I would like to present Jacob to you at this time.
My career working in IT started because of a school project that I had in high school growing up in Minooka. It was my junior year of high school. I had a U.S. history project that was creating the timeline of your life. So essentially, on one half of the timeline was the timeline of your life from when you were born to present day. And then on the bottom half of the timeline is you could pick any kind of concept you wanted, and you would just fit that concept within that timeline. So at the time, of course, being a junior in high school, that's typically when you really start asking yourself the big question of what am I going to do with my life, kind of what am I going to college for? So within that time frame, I had kind of sat down and looked kind of deep within myself to be like, what do I want to go to school for? My parents, of course, wanted me to pursue something in pharmacy or something in the medical field. And I was thinking on that, but then I kind of took a step back and realized that wasn't really for me. And then this timeline project came about. And conveniently, because I'm a huge computer nerd, I kind of wear it on my sleeve a little bit. My timeline was the history of Microsoft Windows operating systems and when they released. In doing that project, it made me kind of sit there and realize all along, I've really just wanted to work with computers.
Okay, so speaking of Windows operating systems, what was, if you know this, Mr. Clippett? How did he work and why did he fail?
Poor Clippett was the victim of Word 97, and that it was Microsoft's attempt to create a virtual assistant that would help you create documents. And the more I'm describing this, the more I realize things have stayed the same, because you went from Clip It to Cortana with Windows 10, and now you have Copilot and Gemini and ChatGPT with AI. And so everyone's just kind of latched onto this idea of computers as a tool, and to kind of interface with people, they've created virtual assistants. And this is realizing now has been a thing since the 90s and all the way through to now. Why Clip It failed would probably be because of how intrusive he was, which is so funny to me, because, like, looking back, you look back more as it now through, like, the lens of nostalgia as kind of like a whimsical thing, where it was like, oh, cool, I'm typing a Word document. Oh, hey, a little paper clip friend there trying to help me.
What level of satisfaction does it give you that in your job that you support and help provide the tools necessary for that interaction between a teacher and a student in a classroom?
Oh, great question. It provides me like immense satisfaction to know that what I do at VVSD makes a difference in the education of students, as well as kind of facilitating that between the students and the teachers. One of the main things that I support in the district are the iPads for our younger student learners. On top of that, I also support the iPads for our special ed students. So, for example, a special needs student that can't necessarily communicate like you and I are communicating right now, and instead need an iPad that has an app called Touch Chat. So it's a grid out of various buttons that the student could push that have pictures. So, like, for example, if they wanted to like indicate to the teacher that they had a question, they could push a button and it would then enunciate that they had a question. Those devices specifically, I think, are what give me the biggest satisfaction, knowing that I'm directly helping to support that and helping students that don't have the ability to communicate and speak with their teacher to give them that ability. That's, I think, what gives me the most satisfaction in what I do here.
All right, outstanding. Thanks to Jacob and our entire instructional technology team for not only the front of the house work, but the behind the scenes work they do to keep our district functioning at a very high level. So thanks to our entire instructional technology team.
All right, back to you, Dr. Wood, since there is no treasury report for Mr. Rennish.
Yes, tonight we are seeking your approval of 4 consent agenda items as presented. Consent agenda 7.1, board meeting minutes, July 14, 2025. 7.2, executive session meeting minutes, July 14, 2025. 7.3, gifts to Romeoville High School, and 7.4, gift to Tibbet Elementary School.
Okay, may I have a motion? Motion second. Any questions? Seeing none, hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Member Pipkin?
Yes.
Member Hyle?
Yes.
Member Badouris?
Yes.
Secretary Sutherland?
Yes.
President Pro Tem Campbell?
Yes, motion passes. Okay. Liaison reports. Any to my right? Any to my left?
There you go. I have several different reports to give. One is the Finance and Facilities Committee Advisory Committee that met on Wednesday, July 23rd. The Advisory Finance Committee is basically to provide transparency to the public on different things that are going on, specifically like the quarterly financial updates, long-term financial planning, quarterly updates on facility projects, and planning updates from various administrative services and departments. We meet quarterly, 4 times a year, and let's see. So at this meeting, we basically had gone over the budget and the finance update. At the meeting started with Ms. Romanos. She's director of Romeos. Director of Finance, and she was giving the district's fourth quarter financial statement for the year of 2025. She reported that the district's financial performance remained stable, with expenditures coming in slightly under budget. However, revenue performance was below expectations. So looking ahead, she expressed concerns about the significant decrease in corporate personal replacement tax revenue over the past 4 years, coupled with reduction in the federal funding. She assured the board that the finance team will continue to monitor these trends closely and provide timely updates. There was a facility update by Mr. Lopez, and the Early Childhood Child Center, dubbed Socorro Early Childhood Center, will be opening on time. There were other projects that were going through completion, like Woodview's library, and there's parking lots, and some of the others, like Romeyville High School is having some changes or updates done on their property. Technology update was given by Mr. Gilmore, who is the Executive Director of Technology, and it was interesting because he gave an overview as to what basically the technology department does and what their goal is, and they were basically, he shared that they're going through a restructuring effort aimed at improving efficiency and effectiveness, and one key initiative discussed was the new 4-year device replenishment plan, which will replace the previous practice of issuing short-term debts. And this is going to be a saving to the district for about $300,000 in interest. Additionally, the committee was updated on the progress of replacing the district's outdated 13-plus years phone system. Then I had gotten an email from our director of Wilco, from Elizabeth Kaufman, and they are on schedule for opening up the school. They have new teachers coming on board for CNA, medical assisting, construction, and law enforcement. There's second-year teachers that are being trained and reinforced in the concepts learned during their first year. And their medical programs are hosting sessions for parents' meetings for certified nursing assistants. And also, they have raised the tuition slightly, and they're having their open night, curriculum night and open house will be published as soon as they have a date, because they're waiting for confirmation from what the school district's open houses are. And then the last one is Vice President Liz Campbell and I met with the student ambassadors today, and with also senior leadership. We had a very interesting conversation. The goal was to talk about what their expectations are for this year. We met with the seniors who were juniors last year, and it was very interesting. And what we're kind of looking at is to give them more support and more voice in different areas, like there's different work groups that they could possibly participate, where a lot of input could be given and their voices heard through those kind of situations. So I feel like we've done quite a bit of discussion. I think we've come up with a good plan, or at least the start of a good plan. And then Vice President Campbell may want to add on to that.
Thank you very much.
I'm good.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Secretary Sutherland. Now it is time to hear from our student ambassador.
Thank you. Good evening, board members and community members. I am Hayden Harbisek, a senior at Bolingbrook High School. Welcome to the beginning of the 2025-2026 school year. I'm honored to be the first of many ambassadors to represent our schools at these upcoming meetings. I hope everybody had a fun and relaxing summer. I would like to start by celebrating our student athletes and marching band members who've been participating in summer camps all summer long. Kudos for you for braving the summer heat. It is not just our students who have been preparing for this upcoming school year. Thank you to all faculty members who have been working hard on their time off to make sure our students have the best school year possible. We deeply appreciate your dedication to both the school and the students. In upcoming news, the first day of school is August 14th, and the official first football game of the BHS season is August 29th. Please be there. It's an amazing game. In addition, this year we will be adding 2 new ambassadors, one junior from each high school. The 2 students, once selected, will be introduced at an upcoming school board meeting. My fellow ambassadors and I are excited to build upon our progress last year. We hope to expand opportunities to share student voices on important issues. We'd like to thank all board members for their participation, especially Vice President Liz Campbell and Secretary Vicki Sutherland, for their support as liaisons to the ambassadors. I would like to shine a light on our new staff who just this past week kicked off their school year with their new hire training. Good luck to all and have an amazing first year. As we brace for the start of the new school year, I would like to leave you all with a piece of advice from an upcoming senior. Remember to make the most of your time here at VVSD, to go out and try new things while being true to yourself. Thank you all for being here tonight and listening. I hope you have an amazing school year and it is everything you envision it to be. Thank you.
Thank you. We're so appreciative of our ambassadors. At this time, is there anyone who would like to address the audience participation? If so, come forth, give your name, where you're from, and you have, yes, to the podium, please, and you have 3 minutes.
I'll try to get through this quick, otherwise I'll just email you guys this document. My name's Albert Lopez. I'm here as a parent of a newly enrolled student at John J. Lukancic Middle School. And I'm here because Valley View School District 365 denied our documented evidence-based request, supported by a professional neuropsych evaluation, for our son to receive an appropriate academic placement for the 2025-2026 school year. Instead, the district denied our request without initiating any evaluation under IDEA or Section 504, without providing published appeal process, and without following federally required procedural safeguards. We subsequently submitted an appeal, and that was denied by Assistant Superintendent Polson. This is not a disagreement about grade level. This is a civil rights issue, and it's a procedural violation with legal and educational consequences. Under IDEA and Section 504, public school districts have a legal duty to identify, locate, and evaluate any child with a known or suspected disability if that child has not previously received special education services. As of May 27, 2025, the district had received formal written disclosure of our son's ADHD diagnosis and suspected disability, triggering its legal child find obligation. That obligation was reinforced again during an in-person meeting on July 11, 2025, when we offered to submit the full neuropsych evaluation. We actually offered to submit that evaluation on May 27th, our initial email. We later submitted the full report. Along with our evaluation request. At no point did the district issue a request for evaluation form. At no point were we offered procedural safeguards until well after the May 27th date that we disclosed. At no point was a multidisciplinary team convened. It's a clear violation of federal law. And to date, no prior written notices have been provided by any Valley View School District administrator, despite repeated denials of eligibility, evaluation, and placement requests, violating 34 CFR 300.503. I've been watching some old videos about from the board. So in 2019, or we're reading some old news here. I know a Will County judge overturned the outcome of Valley View school board election after. Why are you texting me from over there? I'm sorry, guys. Lost my place here. I also have ADHD. A Will County judge overturned the outcome of a Valley View 365U school board election after J.T. Bedores, then a candidate, filed a legal challenge citing improperly counted ballots lacking election judge initials. The court ruled that even minor procedural defects, such as unsigned ballots, were sufficient to justify a full reversal of the election results. That ruling reflected a serious judicial commitment to legal compliance, procedural integrity, and public trust. Yet, in our son's case, far more serious violations of federal education law have been allowed to stand. No evaluation, no procedural safeguards, no formal notice. even as we provided direct evidence
Can you
of the
bring that
disability.
Can you provide that to Dr. Wood, please?
Oh, absolutely.
Because your time is up.
Absolutely, no problem.
All right, thank you so much. Anybody else who would like to address? Good evening.
Good evening. So good evening, esteemed members of the school board. My name is Heather Afriye Basua. I am representing Christian Faith Church International North America, located here in Romeoville, Illinois. In January, myself and the executive leadership team of our youth ministry attended a board meeting requesting support for educational supplies for our mission trip to Ghana, West Africa, which was dubbed Mission Ghana 2025. And so I stand before you today with deep gratitude on behalf of our church community, both local and abroad, to say a heartfelt thank you for your generous donation of laptops and other educational supplies for Mission Ghana 2025. With your support, we were able to impact the lives of 350 elementary, middle, and high school students. Your support went far beyond the physical gift of technology. It became a bridge between communities, a tool for empowerment, and a powerful example of how education can transform lives. In areas where access to digital resources is limited or even non-existent, these laptops open doors, allowing students at the CFCI Preparatory School to explore learning in ways they had never experienced before. We witnessed the joy and curiosity on the faces of children as they held the laptops and sat in their newly commissioned computer lab. Teachers in Ghana expressed overwhelming appreciation, sharing how these devices will enhance their curriculum, introduce new teaching methods, and bring a long-term impact on their students' futures. Thanks to your commitment, we weren't just able to deliver tools, we were able to spark hope. I hope that you all have gotten the opportunity to view the recap video that was sent out by Dr. Pascavage. And we'd also like to say thank you to him as well for his guidance and support. Mission Ghana 2025 reminded us all of the power of generosity and the responsibility we all share in creating access to quality education. Your decision to invest in this project has inspired us and shown us what's possible when a community rallies behind a vision of equity and opportunity. On behalf of every student whose world just got a little bit bigger and a lot brighter, thank you. Your support truly made a difference, and we are forever grateful. Our humble ask to you is that you continue to help support us in some capacity for these students. Our youth ministry plans to embark on these types of mission trips every 2 years, and we are already starting to plan for 2027. And so your ongoing support of this initiative will ensure that we spread the importance of equity in education. Thank you, and God bless.
We thank you for your kind words, and we thank you for the support. And you said the start of Dr. Pascavage to get that going, and we're looking forward to, with leadership, we'll see where we can help you at another date. At this time, we will have an action report from Ms. Sarah Donato.
Action for 10.1 is to approve the consolidated action report for certified, classified, and administrative personnel. The administration is respectfully seeking your approval on all items as presented.
Have a motion?
So moved.
Motion and second. Is there any questions or discussion? Seeing none, hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Member Hyle?
Yes.
Member Voudouris?
Yes.
Member Pipkin?
Yes.
Secretary Sutherland?
Yes.
President Pro Tem Campbell?
Yes, motion carries.
Action for 10.2 is to approve educator resignations pursuant to Illinois School Code 105 ILCS 524-14. The administration is respectfully seeking your approval on all items as presented.
Second.
In motion and second, any questions or discussion? Seeing none, hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Member Voudouris?
Yes.
Member Pipkin?
Yes.
Member Hyle?
Yes.
Secretary Sutherland?
Yes.
President Pro Tem Campbell?
Yes, motion carries. Action report, Mr. Renish.
Thank you. 11.1 is the technology firewall support. This was an informational report presented to the board in July. The purpose of this purchase is to keep current the district's cybersecurity system, specifically the firewall's yearly licensing fees and support. The district is leveraging available federal funding for technology infrastructure purchases and is eligible to receive approximately $38,000 in federal funding for a total cost of $75,410. So the administration recommends that the Board of Education approve the purchase of the new firewall support system for a total amount of $75,410.94, with $36,951.36 to be paid by district funds as presented.
Motion?
Second.
Is motion and second. Any questions or discussion? Seeing none, hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Member Buduris?
Yes.
Member Pipkin?
Yes.
Member Heil?
Yes.
Secretary Sutherland?
Yes.
President Pro Tem Campbell?
Yes, motion carries.
11.2 is the fiscal year 25-26 crossing guard services. Again, this was an informational report presented at last board's education meeting. In 2020, the district assumed responsibility for crossing guard services. The existing contract with Andy Frayne is set to expire this year. An invitation to bid was issued on June 27, 2025 to solicit bids in the continuation of the crossing guard services for the upcoming school years. The bids were officially opened on July 10, 2025 at 10 a.m. So the administration recommends that the Board of Education approve a 3-year contract with Annie Frayne Services with an option of a 2-year extension for crossing guard services beginning 25-26 school year. This approval is contingent upon attorney review as presented.
Motion? Second?
Second.
Is motion and second. Any questions or discussion?
Member Heil?
Yes.
Member Pipkin?
Yes.
Member Buduris?
Yes.
Secretary Sutherland?
Yes.
President Pro Tem Campbell?
Yes, motion carries. Okay, no action report from Dr. Woods. Information reports.
Yes, I have a superintendent update ready for you. Okay, technology, what did I say earlier? There we go. All right, enrollment is well underway. We are in pretty good shape. I think there may be a few families out there who have not registered, but we are quite hopeful that they will before the deadline. There's information posted on the screen, and I would like to say it was just quite exciting to see our littlest ones in a multilingual program coming in, fulfilling the enrollment process, engaging with our staff, and they were so just eager, dressed for success, and it was just good to see that even prior to the start of the school year. And it looks like we're off to a great start with that. We do continue to hire for a few positions. We do have a few open, correct, Mrs. DiDonato? All right, and some high need areas as well. There's a scan code that you can utilize, but also reach out to Mrs. DiDonato and her department, and also check out the Valley View website vacancies list. We are actually in pretty good shape, but again, we still have a few positions that we want to make sure we are fully staffed going into the school year. We are 10 days away from the start of the school year, and so mark your calendars for K through 12 plus, which will be our secondary transition experience program included. That will be the first day of school, August 14th for our students and August 18th for our early childhood students. Summer building and maintenance, we continue to move forward with a fresh new look. Jane Addams just installed a new mural. I mean, it is quite exceptional. I believe it didn't take that long to produce it, but it is just phenomenal, and I'm sure the students and staff there will be equally excited to see it. And Irene King has a parking lot refresh, and it's just the little things that occur that if you don't notice it, that's almost a good thing, because that means that, you know, the little things are being taken care of to make sure that our students and staff and community members are arriving and exiting the campus safely and securely. And that's just one of many places throughout the district where we've had some parking lot refreshes, et cetera. And also, too, speaking of new look, our Debbie Secor Early Childhood Center, adjacent to Oakview, is ready to go. It is quite fabulous. And speaking of that, we do have a ribbon cutting scheduled for August 21st, which is a Thursday at 5:30. Come one, come all to check out the new facility and hear a few words from the director and other folks in relation to the experience that our students will receive in Bolingbrook. Quite excited about this opportunity for our community. And for some important upcoming dates, August 8th will be the last day for our online registration, so you definitely want to take advantage of that for just the few families who haven't registered. August 11th, 12th are our Teacher Institute days, followed by a Teacher Work Day on the 13th. And as I mentioned, August 14th is the first day of school for K-12+, and August 18th for our early childhood students. Again, we are quite excited to kick off this school year. And that is the end of my report.
Mr. Rennish.
So 14.2 is our liability insurance renewal. For your information, we have the property, casualty, student accident, and educators' legal liability insurance program renewal. According to Alliant Insurance, rates continue to increase across all areas of insurance, with an overall renewal increase between 10 and 15%. And it's just not limited to school districts and public entities. This is particularly the case with cyber liability insurance, where rates have impacted by the ever-increasing cyber attacks and lack of sufficient controls. I have to tell you that there are a number of school districts can't obtain this insurance because they don't pass the rigorous questionnaire and controls that are in place, but I'm happy to report that Mr. Gilmore and his team have done an excellent job in ensuring that we have all the mechanisms in place. So the recommendation for Alliant Insurance after market renewal over 30 markets is to keep our liability coverages with Liberty Mutual, the district's property coverage with affiliate FM collision liability, and with Iron Shore Storage, and student accident insurance with Guaranteed Life. Overall insurance program will increase by $168,206, or 11.15%, at a total cost of $1,509,193. So this is just an information report for the Board of Education regarding the annual renewal. A formal recommendation for the updating and finalizing of these services will be presented at the next board meeting for your approval. So my last report is 14.3, the Gmail migration support. So the district has been utilizing Google Workspace for its educational tools, including Google Drive, Chrome, and Chromebooks for several years. With the recent adoption of Google Space for Education Plus Edition, we now have access to even more advanced learning tools. As a result, after reviewing the current configuration, it makes sense to migrate from Microsoft email to Gmail starting the 2026-2027 school year. This transition will allow our staff to seamlessly integrate with the expanding suite of educational tools available within the Google Workspace environment. Again, this report just serves to inform the board of the current status of our email services, and a formal recommendation for updating and finalizing these services will be presented for your approval at the next Board of Education meeting.
Thank you, Mr. Rennes. Now, Dr. Wood, board policies.
Yes, tonight, 11 board policies are presented to the board as an information report. The policy updates are a result of regular review of board policies and/or recent changes in the school code as outlined in the accompanying memo for board review. The policies will be presented for board approval and action at the August 18th board meeting.
Yes, thank you. For informational item connected to Oakview's school improvement plan, each year the Illinois State Board of Education provides a summative designation for all of our students on how they're performing on a number of different indicators for students' academic and social emotional outcomes. In 2018, Oakview was identified as targeted, and what that outlines, it puts it in a 4-year cycle where the state comes to support from grant funds to really purposely plan for increasing our students' outcomes for a particular subgroup. Oakview is entering their 2nd year. After 1 year, they actually raised their summative designation to be comprehensive, but the state commits to a 4-year cycle. So part of that process is making sure that we board approve their school improvement plan, and this is being presented as an informational item, their school improvement plan, which we will look for action on at the next board meeting.
Legal Circus report.
No report tonight.
Association Federation reports. Bellevue Council Local 604. Bellevue Office Personnel Council 604. Thank you. Bellevue Transportation Local 3057. Any old business from the board? Any new business from the board? Freedom of Information Act. You can direct your request to Mr. Blaney. Announcement, any announcements by the board? Announcement by the administration?
Yes, I do. So to our student ambassadors who are seniors, welcome back, and seniors. This is your final year of school, and I just want to encourage you to embrace every day. Hayden, I believe you spoke to it too. There's going to be quite a lot of activities that occur, and it's going to go by so quickly. We really appreciated the inaugural launch of the Student Ambassador Program. I have to say, personally, it just lifted my spirit on many occasions, and we look forward to the continued good work. So, thank you.
Again, shout out for our ambassadors. Our seniors, and as they'll be interviewing some juniors, and they'll be coming along with them, so they'll be able to mentor them, and we'll just welcome them, everybody back to our Valley View School District community to have a great 25-26, as she's already praying that everybody has rested and now ready to lace up and lead. Is that what we're doing? So you'll see those around there. We're lace up and lead, but we know we do need that village. So just welcome back, everybody. And we just thank you for being here tonight. And if there's no other, I will take a motion to adjourn. Okay, go ahead.
Piggyback, I just want to wish everyone a successful 25-26 school year. So welcome back, and thank you for coming back.
Anybody else? All righty. Motion to adjourn, please. Nobody wants to make a motion? So, motion second. All right, all in favor? Aye. Good night, thank you.